sharks were in fact colourblind, and that high contrast was in fact what they used to detect their environment and potential prey items. So from that work we've developed two basic designs, one based on in fact a patterned, repeating pattern which are high contrast, which in fact would appear quite conspicuous to a shark, but will really mimic a noxious food item which would be unpalatable to the shark. And the other one was really based on the fact that because the sharks are colourblind, if we are able to model the light environment in which the shark is occurring, we can in fact camouflage the silhouette and make the wearer less visible to the shark. Some of your deterrents are a little bit more complicated. Tell us about this curtain of bubbles. The WA state government recently funded our work to look at testing existing deterrents and develop some novel ones. The novel ones are based on light, sound and bubbles, as you pointed out. The idea of the bubbles is to produce a veil, a non-physical barrier, which is set up not so much around an individual, but in fact a whole beach, so we can hopefully protect large areas of protected beach line, where high pressure bubbles would be set up, which would generally interfere with two of the sensory systems of sharks. One, their auditory system, and the other, a sense that we don't have called the lateral line, which actually detects water movement around the animal.
If you were banking on one of these systems, which one would you use?
Well, it's a good question. We've still got a way to go. We're about 6 months into a two-year, in fact, two two-year grants from the government. At this stage, we're actually brought out the wetsuit design, so we think this is a very good first step. But in the future, we'd actually like to have sensors which are actually detecting the presence of a shark, alerting the public to those, which would then deploy a whole range of different sensory deterrents, which can provide a lot more confidence for us to go back in the water. So this is really winding out the first of many types of deterrents which require a lot of testing for us to be completely confident that they're going to work and deter these animals on a regular basis.
Let's hope the answer's not far away to give us all a lot of confidence. Thank you very much, Professor. Great to speak to you.
Pleasure. Thanks for having me.